And so when you are going for a low ticket foot in the door sale, who are you qualifying for when it comes to fit? By default, who you're not even thinking about it. Who are you bringing in and filtering? What are you training your RAS to look for? Are you starting to see the whole strategy here and how it all works together? This is Jason Kanigan, President of Sales on Fire, and today we're going to talk about why foot in the door technique is a terrible idea. Don't do it. It devalues you. It devalues your appearance in the mind of the prospect, and it brings you the wrong kind of prospects. So, first of all, let's consider what happens when you try and go with a foot in the door strategy. You're thinking, well, I'll do this little thing and then it will get me in the door and the person will get to know, like, and trust me, and therefore I'll be able to come back and sell them something bigger. Sounds okay. In practical terms, though, this doesn't really work. The first reason why it doesn't work, and we've looked at this with our times that we should be spent prospecting, is you're running around trying to make these little deals. And you're trying to survive based on those. In fact, most people get into the foot in the door strategy when they get a desperate mindset. Think about it. Is that good? You're running around trying to make these dinky little sales to people in the hopes that something will turn into a bigger deal. When exactly? A later period? Do you even understand the sales cycle yet? Do you have time to experiment to figure out a sales cycle? Of course not. This is just scrambling. It's stupid. So here you are, you're filling up your time, and a millionaire, a billionaire, me, you, we all have the same 24 hours in the day. So you are deliberately choosing to fill your time up with dinky little sales spots where you can earn a tiny amount of revenue. Again, smart? No. This really seems dumb from that perspective, doesn't it? Now, when I add to that the statement of fact from many, many years of experience, okay, I used to actually say and write, it is just as easy to make a big ticket sale as it is to make a little ticket sale. It takes the same amount of time and energy in that. I have actually amended that in the last few years to be, it is actually easier to make a high ticket sale than a low ticket sale. And the reason is the people who have money, and the people who don't have money don't have money. And so when you are going for a low ticket foot in the door sale, who are you qualifying for when it comes to fit? By default, who you're not even thinking about it. Who are you bringing in and filtering? What are you training your RAS to look for? Are you starting to see the whole strategy here and how it all works together? You are training your mind, and you are training the kinds of customers you want to have to be these chicken little, scaredy cat, no resources, no cash, scared of their own shadow, wanting results by the end of today type of people. Desperate people. Matching your desperate mindset. They're a mirror. Wanting to choose a foot in the door strategy is a reflection of how you're feeling about yourself. I really want you to look into that if this is where you're at. It is a huge mistake. It means that you aren't feeling that your solution is very valuable. It means that you don't feel that you can solve a significantly sized problem. It means that you don't really feel or believe that you can have an impact on your prospect's world. Is this good? These are attitude problems that you had better turn around 180 degrees as fast as you possibly can, or you're done. So, back to the whole prospecting thing here and the filling up your time with these little opportunities to make tiny amounts of money, because they're a foot in the door thing. What happens if you succeed? All your time is gone. Your energy is blown because you've had to get these prospects to borrow from Paul to pay Peter, you, because they didn't have the money in the first place. They're not confident in themselves or you, and you've made this teeny tiny total of money that might be enough to barely scrape by. Now, we know that most people don't plan their revenue. Most people don't set targets. And even if you did, it would be just a few $1,000s, let's say, by doing this, because you're trying to make $300 sales or $100 sales. How many of those do you have to make to pay your bills just to remain kind of afloat? You're actually sinking, but you at least have the belief that you're staying afloat if you do this. Like, a lot, like 30, 40, 50 sales, maybe more in a month. Can you do 1 or 2 sales a day? Most of you can't when you're in this position. The mindset's not good enough for it. You don't have enough traffic flow to do it. You don't have enough prospects coming into your funnel to do it. You probably haven't even looked at your numbers. Leads, qualified leads, and conversions, right? It's just, are you getting the idea here that this is a terrible situation for you to be in, and how badly I don't want you to be in it? This is terrible. And then you're in the hope that some big planet is going to come orbiting around and save your hide with a big order. Saturn's going to come by and give you a great big order. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because your mindset is in the wrong place. You're thinking small. Your customers are thinking small. And even if they did have a big opportunity for you to solve, would they think of you to solve it? The Chicken Little person who came in with, here's this kind of thing that sort of maybe works and sort of might work for you. No. They're not going to think of you as the big ticket offer person. Sorry. You've already cast yourself in the mantle of the low budget provider, and they will go off and find somebody who fits the bill better for that high ticket offer. It just doesn't work. You don't have enough time to process leads and wait around for that unknown sales cycle period to elapse to give you enough opportunities to make a higher ticket sale. You're in a desperate frame of mind, which got you into this in the first place. Your customers don't have the money. They don't have the mindset to even probably see the full scope of the larger problems that they might have that you could solve for them if your head was in the right space. This is a terrible situation. It does not lead to success. So if you're thinking about a foot in the door strategy, kick it to the curb. Do not go there. Cast yourself as the person who solves problems at the level that you want to be solving them at the level you believe you should be solving them at. And your RAS, you will begin to qualify for the right kind of prospects. Prospects who are cash rich, who have significant sized problems that they believe that you can solve, who are ready, willing, and able to make those decisions. Have you ever tried to sell a low ticket item to these Chicken Little business owners? Getting them to make a decision on a $100 order it's more difficult than getting a higher ticket person to make a $10,000 investment. It's ridiculous. Why would you want to fight down there? It is just not a good use of your time or energy, and it is not going to lead to good results because you will never get your mindset out of that low budget scaredy cat situation. So just stay away from foot in the door strategies. I recently saw a marketer who I know who's been out of the game for a while come back in and ask somewhere, anybody got a good foot in the door strategy? And I just went, oh my gosh, no, don't do that. Okay. All right, there's a blog post talking about this in even further detail that I'll link to in the description below. Go check it out. If you got a question, comment, let me know. Drop it in the comments below or email me, jason@jasonkanigan.com. Appreciate you watching.